Have you ever been rolling down the highway and suddenly thought, I wonder who thought of using a rubber tire with air to make a car roll and go? We all use cars with aired up rubber tires to get around in our everyday lives. I've been researching one of the largest rubber innovators of all time for a while now. Harvey Firestone was a very historically important figure for his innovations in the rubber industry. I will discuss how Harvey Firestone forged one of the largest tire manufacturing companies in the world, how his innovations helped shape current tires, and how they are made today. Also, how he took on the rubber cartel and established a rubber supplier overseas. Let me begin by discussing how he forged one of the largest tire manufacturing companies to this very day. Firestone forged a large industry in the rubber world. Firestone first established a rubber wheels company in Chicago in 1896. He soon sold the company in 1899 and pocketed $40,000. Taking that cash and a patent for attaching rubber tires to wheels, Firestone moved to Akron, Ohio. With $10,000 of his own cash along with his patent, he established the Firestone Tire and Rubber Company. Harvey did a lot of things in his early years in operations. In his first year of operations, the Firestone Tire and Rubber Company grossed more than $100,000 in profit. In the first few years, Firestone had others manufacture his tires, and the company did not do very well as a result of it. Henry Ford soon placed a large order of rubber tires from Firestone. They grew to be close personal friends as well as business associates. The following year, the Firestone Tire and Rubber Company produced more than 28,000 tires and sold more than $1 million worth of tires. After Firestone established his company, he began to shape how tires are made today. His innovations helped shape his company, as well as how tires are made and used today. Firestone promoted his tires through support of the racing industry. He did so by piggybacking his product with the rising popularity of the new sport. By 1913, the Firestone Tire and Rubber Company's sales topped $15 million. Once his company's sales grossed to be $15 million, his company was considered to be in the Big Five of the tire industry. It consisted of Goodyear, Goodrich, U.S. Rubber, and Fisk. Firestone had several great innovations that helped shape the future of the tire industry as we know it today. One of his great first innovations was in 1903 when his company simply began to produce rubber. The next was in 1904 and his firm developed the pneumatic tire for automobiles, which in other words is an air tire. The next one was in 1907 where he introduced the dismountable rim, which in today's market is referred to as the spare tire. In 1923, Firestone brought the balloon tire to market. The 1911 Indianapolis 500 race was won by a car running Firestone tires. Firestone sawed cars won all editions of the race from 1920 to 1966. That means for 46 years, The car that won the Indy 500 was sporting Firestone tires. Firestone also pushed the use of motor-driven trucks, the building of the American highway system, and the elimination of railroad-grade crossings. Another one of the innovations Firestone brought to the tire and rubber industry was that of the one-stop master service store. This meant his company provided tires, gas, oil, batteries, and brake service all in one simple place. After Firestone finally established himself as a rubber manufacturer, he then needed to purchase rubber material to be able to produce his tires. Firestone had to overcome high inflated rubber prices after the First World War. After the First World War, rubber prices on the international markets dropped very drastically. As a result, the country of Great Britain, which at the time dominated most of the world's production of rubber, introduced a very high inflation on their rubber supply. Firestone immediately looked for a way around this high inflation. He found the solution in the only independent country in Africa, which was Liberia. In 1926, Firestone's company opened some of the biggest rubber plantations in the country of Liberia. Firestone's efforts in Liberia helped break the rubber cartel, and it also made him a major player in the economy of the African nation. Firestone did a lot of things to help produce and make rubber products affordable for everyone around the world. Harvey Firestone forged one of the largest rubber companies in the world. Firestone helped shape and develop tire styles that are still used in the world today. Harvey helped establish a needed overseas source for rubber that was going to allow manufacturers to dodge inflated rubber prices. Harvey Firestone was very historically significant for his innovations within the rubber industry. Everyone uses a car to travel in their everyday life, so let us not forget that current-day transportation would not be possible without Harvey Firestone's true innovative work within the rubber industry.